Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to sew this kaftan bubu gown. And mind you, this dress is not for me, so I made it for my client since I do not have a mannequin. So how to use myself to model it, to sample it. So this is what I'm going to be doing on this tutorial. So you're going to be learning how to cut this kind of stylish bubu gown. This project is a beginner friendly, so stay tuned. If this is something that you're interested on, stay tuned, and please do well to subscribe and like this video. So we are going to be using pattern paper to illustrate how we are going to be cutting it, because the main material that we are going to be using to cut this dress is very long and you might not really see it well. So I'm going to be using this pattern paper, so just go ahead and pay attention. So you know, the normal way of cutting our dress is you just have to bend it like this, and then you take your measurement down just as I am placing my hand. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to be taking our measurement this way. So you go ahead and fold it into two, and then you refold it again just as you see me do like this. So this is how it's going to be. So after folding it, you should have something like this. The upper part of your dress should be locked like this, and then the down should be open just as you see me do. So, and this is how it is on the material, just as I said on the pattern paper. So you fold your fabric like this. So the first measurement we're going to take is going to be our shoulder measurement. So from there, we'll now go ahead and take our neck width. For my neck width, I'm taking 3 inches. For my neck depth for the back, I am taking 1.5 inch. So after taking it, I will connect it like this. Then I will come to my shoulder, and then I'll come down by 1 inch to form my shoulder sleeve. So after that, I'll go ahead and take my measurement from my shoulder to my bust, from my bust to my under bust, and then to my waist point. So just as you see me do. And then the length of our dress, we are going to be using the full length of this cloth because the person is very tall. And then we'll go ahead and start taking our round bust divided by 4, and then you add your sewing allowance to it. And then you add your sewing allowance to it, and it's depending on how you want your dress to how big you want your dress to be. So the next thing we are going to do is to take our hand sleeve, and then we take our round sleeve. So you take it depending on how deep you want it to be. So I've taken it. So I will, from that place we mark our hand sleeve, we are just going to go in by 1 inch, and then we'll cuff it like this just to form the armhole, just as you see me do. As I said, that we are going to be using the full material just as it is to make this dress. So after that, you will go ahead and cut your dress just as you see me do. As you can see, the dress is already forming. So this is how it's going to look like. So the next thing we are going to do now is to go ahead and remove the back piece from the front piece, because we are going to be working on the front piece. So now we are going to be taking our neck depth for the front piece. So we are going to be taking 7 inch. So then we'll now go in by 1 inch to form that square v-neck. Like we are going to be doing a style, so we'll just mark it, and then we are going to be connecting it from that place that will mark 1 inch to the neck line, just as you see me do like this. So after that, we are just going to go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting it out, the next measurement we are going to be taking is going to be our in this cloth we are going to be adding inner belt to it. So on the inner belt we are going to be putting it on our waistline, because I want it to start on our waistline. So you are going to be taking your waist measurement divided by 4, and then you mark it. So the next thing we are going to do now is to place our 2 pieces of cloth together, both the back and the front, facing each other, and sew it like this, and sew the shoulder. Then after sewing it, this is what it looks like. And then the next thing we are going to do now is to add our inner belt into it. So I cut 22 length, like the length is 22, and then the width is 1 inch, and then I fold it together and sew it. Then remember that I said that we are going to be placing the strap on our waistline, and then this is what I am doing right now. So you go ahead and use your pin and pin it down just as you see me do, and then you take it to your sewing machine and sew it. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is to go ahead and pipe our neck. So now we are going to take our round neck measurement, and then whatever we have, that's what you're going to use to cut your strap. As for me, it was 25. Then I will be cutting my strap as 30. Then the width is, I'm using 5 inch, and then I'll fold it into 2. Then I will iron it. After folding it into 2, it's going to give me 2.5 inch, and then I'm going to use the 1/2 inch to sew it on our neckline. So after sewing everything, it's going to be giving me 2 inch. So if you want your own to be 1 inch after sewing it, so you go ahead and calculate it and know how that you're going to do it to give you that 1 inch. So now what we are going to do is to go ahead and put it on our neckline. So to get it well, you have to use your pin to pin it down all around your neck line, so that you not make a mistake. As you can see, you make sure that everything is equal size like this, then to look for the center, and then after that you go ahead and start using your pin to pin it down all around the neck. After pinning it down, you take it to your sewing machine and sew it just as you pin it down. So you guys, I have finished sewing my own, and this is what it looks like after sewing. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and bend our round sleeve. So I'm going to bend it by 1/2 inch for the both side. So after bending it, this is exactly what it looks like. As you can see, this sewing is very neat and the cloth is not hard to sew. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is to go ahead and take our round body measurement, like we are going to sew all the side, like the both side of our dress. So you go ahead and mark 1.5 inch. If you want to use 2 inch, depending on how you want. Me, I am using 1.5 inch as our sewing allowance. So I'll go ahead and mark 1.5 inch down to the down part of our dress. So I will mark it from the armhole down to the end of our dress. I'll mark 1.5 inch to use as our sewing allowance on the both side. So after marking it, I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew it all around on the both side. So you guys, after sewing, this is what it looks like. I've gone ahead to join it together, and this is how beautiful it is. So what is remaining now is to aim the down part of our dress. So for this down part, I'm going to be bending it 1 inch. Then I will bend it again by 1 inch. That is where we are using 2 inch to aim this dress all around. So I will take it to my sewing machine and aim it. After that, I'll bring it out. So you guys, this is what it looks like. As I said in the beginning of the video, that this is not my dress, so I'm using myself to model it. So this is the finishing of the clothes. As you can see, it's very beautiful. It's very easy to wear, and it is good for summer. And if you don't want to use the belt, the inner belt, you can also leave it. So you guys, thank you for watching, and do well to subscribe to this channel. Bye.